Welcome back to episode 3. Taehyung's heart pounded. Frozen was fear had came. His young in front of him. Uh, Namjoon calm yet sharp. Taehyung felt his breathing change. Thousands. His hands moved to. But it was no use. He was already 7 months pregnant. There was no way to hide it anymore. Just then he heard the sound of a car stopping. Jungkook Taehyung's head snapped up, and sure enough, Jungkook was stepping out of the car, his expression mirroring the shock and panic in Taehyung's chest. The tension in the air, Jin's eyes slowly widened. Jungkook raised belly suction. What is this? His voice between confusion and disbelief. Taehyung thought was dry. He couldn't speak. Jungkook quickly walked up the stairs, stopping beside Taehyung. His protective instinct kicked in immediately. Jungkook, let's talk inside. Jin's gaze snapped to Jungkook, and the disbelief turned into something sharper, something dangerously closer to anger. Jin, it's you, isn't it? Jungkook clenched his jaw, his hand curling into his. Namjoon, who had been quiet until now, finally let out a sigh and placed a hand on Jin's shoulder. Namjoon, Jin, let's not create a scene. Jin's lips pressed in. His stepping inside the penthouse. In the silence, defeating Taehyung sat on the couch, his hands resting belly protectively. Jungkook stood beside him, his posture tense, as if ready to seal Taehyung at any moment. Jin sat across from them, his arms crossed, his expression unreadable. Namjoon was next to Jin, his brows frowned in concern. No one spoke for a while. Then finally Jin broke the silence. Jin explained right now. Taehyung flinched at the coldness in his stepped in. Jungkook, I know. Shocking. Jin let out a bitter laugh. Hey, Jin, you pregnant? Even have the decency to tell? Taehyung felt eyes at the disappointment in Jin's eyes. Young, let me explain. Jin exhaled sharply, rubbing his explained Taehyung, because I don't understand how this happens. Taehyung swallowed the lump in his throat. Taehyung agreed to it. Jin's eyes snapped up to him. Jin, you agreed to this? What do you mean you agreed? Taehyung's hand clenched the fabric of his sweater. Taehyung, Jungkook, he wanted a baby. He didn't want to marry, and I wanted to do it. Jungkook looked even more confused. Jin, then he had loved Jungkook for years. That is what he could ever. Jungkook at them, his brows frowned, as if he too was curious about answer. Before Taehyung could speak, Jin let out a sharp turn to Jungkook, saying, and you, do you even care about him, or what, was he just a convenient option for you? Jungkook's jaw tightened without hesitation. He answered, Jungkook, I care about him. Thanks, breathing change. Jin narrowed his eyes. Jin, then why did you hide it? Jungkook hesitated for the first time. He looked away. Jungkook, because I wasn't to do just an agreement, but changed. Taehyung, things changed. Did he mean escape? And now what? Jungkook happens next? Jungkook, made Jin's eyes expression determined. Jungkook, I will take care of Taehyung. I wouldn't let him suffer. Jin studied him for a long moment, then he turned back to Taehyung. His anger seems to dim just a little, replaced by worries. Jin, are you happy, Taehyung? Taehyung's lips parted slightly. He was happy. He looked at Jungkook, who was standing close, his presence steady and protective. He thought about the past few, the way Jungkook cared for him, the way Jungkook his cheers that night. Taehyung took a deep breath. I don't regret it. Jin's shoulders slumped. He looked tired. After what felt like eternity, he sighed. Section, I still don't like it. I still don't approve of how this happened. Taehyung's chest tightened. But then Section continued. Section, but you are my little brother, and if this is your choice, then I will support you. Taehyung's eyes widened. His throat tightened with emotion. Taehyung. Jin stood up, walking over him, and in next moment, Jungkook pulled Taehyung right. Jin glared. Section, remember this. Namjoon was speaking in Namjoon well. That went unexpected. Jungkook let out a small, shaking his head. Taehyung wiped his tears, his head feeling lighter. For the first time in months, he felt like he could finally breathe. His brother knew the truth, and he wasn't alone anymore. Time escaped. The hospital room was filled with soft beeping of machines. The hushed whisper of nurses moving in and out, but for them everything has faded into the background. Because right now, baby Lai thinks what his baby, his child, Jungkook's child, their child. Taehyung trembled his eyes as he held tiny, warm bottle of the baby's eyes closed, soft lashes against chubby cheeks, and his small fingers crawled into a tiny fist. Tears pricked at Taehyung's eyes. It was real. He had dreamed of this moment. Imagine what it would feel like to hold a child for the first time, but nothing could compare to the overwhelming love and emotion flooding in his chest right now. A soft knock on the Taehyung. Jungkook stood searching and leaned on Taehyung's arm. Something shifted, something raw, something filled with emotion. He took slow, careful towards them, his lips slightly parted as if he was breathed too loudly. Taehyung swelled hard. Taehyung, Jungkook. His voice was barely able to whisper. Jungkook's eyes met his for a brief second before they returned to the baby. Jungkook, can I hold them? Taehyung's breath inches a small emotional smile tugged at his lips as he carefully shifted, letting Jungkook take the baby in his arms. And that the moment Jungkook held something inside him, something he holding back so long, Jungkook shrunk, baby delicate as if to hurt. Thumb gently brushed against the soft cheeks, and then the baby stirred slightly. Jungkook let out a small, shaky breath. His eyes glittered and sighed. The anxiety, the overwhelming love. Pure on Jungkook's face. Jungkook, they are beautiful. His voice was harsh, barely audible. Taehyung's breath clenches. They look like you. Jungkook let out. Jungkook, no, they look like you. Their eyes meet you, and for a still they could feel it. Something had changed. Jungkook, his fingers trembled slightly as his child closed. And Jungkook took a deep breath and spoke the words Taehyung had longed to hear so long. Jungkook, Taehyung, I love you. Taehyung's breath catches in thought. Did he? Had he heard it right? Jungkook looked straight into his eyes, his expression serious yet filled with something so warm, so sincere. Jungkook, I love you. Taehyung, I didn't realize it at first, or maybe I was too scared to admit it, but then I look at you. His lips trembled as soft. This was real. This was really happening. Jungkook loves him. Taehyung let out his fingers bruising Jungkook's cheek. Taehyung, know how long I waited to hear that. Jungkook smiled. He carefully leaned forward, pressing a kiss to Taehyung's forehead, then his nose, then they, their lips made a slow, lingering kiss filled with all the words they hadn't said before, the fear, the longing, the love. Everything was in that kiss, and then when they pulled away, Jungkook rested his forehead against them. Jungkook, let's be happy together. Taehyung nodded, his heart, tears still falling, but this time they were tears of happiness because he has everything he had ever dreamed of, a baby, and Jungkook's love, and for Taehyung this was the happiest moment of his life. The soft hum of the field, Jungkook carefully, Jin and Namjoon behind them, and Yoongi had already gone ahead to prepare their arrival. As Jungkook spent hours, then let out a undone sigh, pressing a soft kiss to Yoongi's forehead. He still couldn't believe it was real. He was filled home with Jungkook and their baby, and most importantly, Jungkook loved. He was really home with Jungkook and their baby, and most importantly, Jungkook loved him. The thought made Taehyung's heart fluttered all over again. The moment they stepped on, she is so beautiful. Namjoon clenched, wrapping an arm around his husband's waist. Namjoon, of course, she is. She has Taehyung's beauty and Jungkook's charm. Yoongi smiled from his spot on curse. Speaking the drink, Yoongi, she definitely has Taehyung's nose though. Taehyung giggled as Jin carefully took the baby into his arm, going softly, Jin, oh, you are the most precious thing in the world, aren't you? Jungkook's chest swelled with pride as he watched everyone fuss over his daughter. Taehyung's heart melted. They were home. They were safe, they were loved. Later that evening, after everyone had their fair share of cuddle with Yuna, the baby was finally asleep in the crib. Taehyung stood by the window looking out at the city lights, his heart still full from the love he had received today. A pair of strong arms wrapped around his waist, pulling him back against a firm chest. Jungkook sighed. Are you Taehyung turned his looking. I don't think I have been this happy in my life. Jungkook lips rolled into a smile around Taehyung. There was a still silence for a moment. Jungkook took a deep breath. Jungkook, then let's make this happiness last forever. Taehyung blinked, confused. Jungkook slowly stepped away, and before Taehyung could ask what he meant, Jungkook turned him around, and then Jungkook dropped down on his knees. Taehyung's breath caught in a taut chin. Namjoon and Yoongi, who had been sitting in the living room, turned their sudden moment, their eyes filled in shock. Jin, Yoongi not seen this coming, but Taehyung near anything because his chin stopped as small elegant ring spark under his dim. I never thought I would want to get married. I never wanted to change my mind and love and commitment. Jungkook took a deep breath. His voice steady but filled with emotion. Jungkook, but then I met you and everything changed. Taehyung eyes welled up with tears. Jungkook, you gave me something I didn't even know I needed. You gave me love. You gave me a family. You gave me Yona. Jungkook, marry me, Taehyung was proposing. The same Jungkook who swore he would never get married. The same Jungkook who never believed in love. But for Taehyung, he was willing to change everything. And Taehyung fell on his knees in front of Jungkook, throwing his arm around his neck as sobs ragged his body. Taehyung, yes, yes, Jungkook, the thousandth time, yes. Jungkook let out a breathless glance, wrapping his arm tightly around Taehyung, moving his face and his shoulder. The sound of clapping, cheering broke through the moment. Jin was crying, Namjoon was smiling proudly, and Yoongi, who was smirking as if he had expected Jin. Oh my god, baby. Jin, oh my god, my brother. Slightly to slide the ring Taehyung's finger. It fit perfectly, just like them, just like their love. Taehyung sniffed, looking at the ring. Teary eyes. Taehyung, 100 days after Yuna's birth. That means in 3 months. Jungkook nodded, his eyes shining with love. Jungkook, yes, 3 months from now, you will officially be my husband. Taehyung's heart swelled with happiness. He never thought this would happen, never thought Jungkook would ever want to marry him. But now they were engaged in love and finally, and as Taehyung into Jungkook warm, loving eyes, he knew was beginning of their happily ever after. The soft morning lights streamed through the curtains of Jungkook's penthouse, causing a golden hue over the room. Taehyung stretched his fingers, crawling against the silk sheets as he blinked his eyes open. After he saw Jungkook was lying propped up, watching with a mischievous smile. Jungkook, good morning, fiance. Taehyung's face immediately turned pink. Had a week since Jungkook's proposal, and every single day, Jungkook had made sure to call him fiance at least 100 times. Taehyung gone, moving his face into the pillow. Taehyung stopped seeing that. Jungkook clenched, reaching out to tug her strand of hair. Taehyung's behind ear. Jungkook, why don't you like it? Taehyung picked up at him through his lips pressing. Taehyung, I do. Jungkook, cause you are cute when you are. Taehyung turned his face away. Taehyung so annoying. Jungkook only laughed, leaning in to press soft kisses to Taehyung's face. Jungkook, come on, sleephead. You have a wedding to plan. Taehyung eyes widened, right, their wedding in just 2 months. His heart skipped a beat at the thought he was really marrying Jungkook. To be continued. One more episode left, then I will start a new one that is going to be your requested story, and hope you will enjoy this and love it. Bye bye. See you. Bye.